Good afternoon, everyone. It's Aldous Valor here with you once again. And this video was... It's September 11th. And this video was supposed to be a reminder of all of the freedom that we lost 14 years ago on this day. The day that the terrorists won when they took away our freedoms. They didn't take away our freedoms. We gave them away freely. We chose to do that. But I didn't think that that was enough content to actually make a video. So we'll just backburner that. Besides, I'm sure you've heard me rant about that enough. Instead, we're going to take another question from the audience. In a moment, I'm going to ask for your questions. Just shout them at your monitors as loud as you can, but be sure to use the hashtag AVInteractive or I won't get it, alright? Whenever you're ready, go ahead. Today's question comes from Jack from Reno, Nevada, and Jack asks, "Hey Aldous, are all SJWs hypocrites?" I think that's a fair question, and it's definitely one that deserves some analysis. I mean, we just have to look at this story from today, where a woman in Norfolk, Virginia, had sex with her boyfriend in a parking lot. I know, we've all been there. But what made this case outstanding was the fact that the boyfriend, at the time, was unconscious and unable to give consent. Now, I'm sure that all the SJWs out there are super busy with other things right now, and just don't have the time to jump up and down and rant and rave about this case, so I'll do it for them. The boyfriend in question later said that, everything was alright, he didn't care, everything was fine. But the thing is that he's been brainwashed by the patriarchy. And he's tricked into believing that all sex is good no matter what the circumstances. But that's a mistake that a lot of men make. You see, the thing is, he was unconscious at the time. So this woman raped him. Because it's, just because it's possible to retroactively withdraw consent, it does not mean that it's okay to retroactively grant consent. You can't do that. You can't have it both ways. So this woman needs to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. No, she doesn't even. I mean, beyond a shadow of a doubt, any kind of burden of proof, we have that already. I mean, there's video footage of her in flagrante delicto. There's video footage of her admitting to this act, and admitting that she is a sex-crazed monster with an uncontrollable urge to have sex, and that he was asking for it. And we don't need a burden of proof anyway, because it's a rape case. Just a simple accusation is enough to find her guilty and send her to jail, where she'll be abused, mistreated, and killed in her cell at night. That's all we need is an accusation, and I'm doing it now. I'm accusing this woman in Norfolk, Virginia, of rape. Done. See you in hell. And then there was another case that came up yesterday about an Iowa man shouting racial slurs at small children and grabbing his crotch because they triggered his PTSD. I mean, this is so unbelievably disgusting that these children would trigger this poor man's PTSD. And I don't think that they got all that they deserved. They totally did not. These children need to be expelled from their school, and that their parents need to be fired from their jobs for raising such intolerant children. That these disgusting, intolerant, terrible children were raised by these presumably disgusting, intolerant parents who have no respect for this poor man and his PTSD. This man deserves a medal. I think we should give him a medal. So no, Jack, or whatever the hell name I said in the beginning of this video, SJWs are not hypocrites. They're not at all hypocrites. They're just too busy to jump up and down and hoot and holler about these particular cases that I presented today. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing, but obviously, they just don't know about these terrible cases of rape and triggering and intolerance that we need. It's all about education. We need to educate ourselves. really about being tolerant of people with PTSD and intolerant of people having retroactively granted consent, public sex, even if one party is unconscious. Intolerance of others and non-consensual sex between, dating couples, those are real things that SJWs have a problem with, and they need to be all treated equally.